Hey Vintage RC fans, thanks so much for all the interest in the channel, for the likes and subscribes. The views were over 2,000 views, so it sounds like you guys are ready to get into the meat of the project here, which is going through vintage RC cars. So we'll probably start with the JRX2. We'll go through each car individually. I'll have a different video on each car. We'll get into, in order, probably go from that to the Pro, to the Pro SE, work in the junior cars. They're the Junior 2, Junior T. We'll work the trucks in as well. Do kind of a short segment on each car. Thanks so much for watching. It's going to be fun. And make sure to subscribe so you get all the individual videos through the series. Thanks a lot. Alright guys, here we have Team Losi's first two-wheel buggy, the JRX2. Definitely one of my favorites. Very innovative car when it came out. The main competition, Associated's gold tub car. This car had a graphite chassis, about 20 degrees kick up, which later they increased to 30 on later buggies. The nose piece, this bulkhead here, is one of the original bulkheads. Underneath it has an overhang that protects the graphite chassis plate, and later they added more of a traditional curled up bumper. In the middle here they had you mount your servo using double-sided tape, which was rarely successful for people. And also the reason that you see cars for sale and can judge a bit of their value by whether someone has drilled holes here and here for servo mounts that they added later. Definitely a good idea for racing, but to keep the integrity of how the car came, you don't want to see holes there. Moving along, we have the original battery cup, the real boxy square Team Losi Performance battery cup. That's getting a bit rare too these days. You don't see many of those. They went to the flat strap style. It's kind of a thinner, lighter piece later. I think even some of the later JRX2s had that skinnier battery strap. I'm pretty confident, based on the grain of this chassis, the weave, it's an early chassis. There's some other parts on this car. The small outdrive spacers, the aluminum ones, right at the transmission, those went to plastic on later models. So pretty convinced this car was one of these, the limited introduction box, compared to the later box which showed the whole car. We have the 5-link suspension, awesome, super cool, just looks like an engineering marvel. Just always a fan of that. We have the LRM transmission. Compared to the Associated Trans of the day, just so much simpler and more efficient for anyone to build. You really had to be almost a machinist to get that 6-gear Associated Trans to be smooth. This car has the differential inside versus Associated's Trans with the external diff. Yet you could still adjust it through the pull cap right in there. So that's pretty smooth too. I have run my share of pretty heavily modified motors through that early LRM transmission. So that's kind of an overview of the Losi JRX2 from 1988. Even its big brother looking over in the back there. Hope you enjoyed this segment. We'll move on to the Losi JRX Pro next, and stay tuned for that.